Hello guys, welcome to Ice Chakra, and we will be going to discuss today's The Hindu News article. First news is ISRO's Chandrayaan 4 mission will be launched in 2027, ISRO chairman said, and this will be purpose for soil samples taken from the moon to the earth. Okay, and this is the only country. These are only countries which did this mission in the past. That means US, Russia, and China, and India will be become fourth country after these three. Okay, and what are the components of these this ISRO's Chandrayaan 4 mission? That means propulsion system, descender, ascender, transfer module, and re-entry module. Details of these components, that means these are the payloads. Lunar propulsion model transports the lunar lander and ascender stages to the moon. That means lunar propulsion model connected with the lander, and it will connect also the ascender stages and landed into the moon, similar to the propulsion model utilized in the Chandrayaan 3. And next payload is lunar module descender. And what will be the work of lunar module descender? It touches down on the moon and carries instruments for supporting the ascender stage along with soil sampling tools. Okay, next payload is lunar module ascender. After gathering samples, it separates from the lander, ascends to lunar orbit, and prepares for docking. So simple as the descender touches the moon and gathered sample, and it will dock into the ascender. Okay, and after gathering samples, ascender separates from the lander, ascends to lunar orbit, and prepares for docking. Next payload is transfer module. This module transfers samples from the ascender to the re-entry model. That means fifth and last payloads, enabling their return to the earth. And re-entry model will safely reach this soil sample to reach out in the earth. Okay, next is dual rocket launch strategy. What is this? This will be created by the ISRO, and this will launch a strategy for taking a soil sample from the moon to the earth. That means two launch vehicles will be used. That means LMV or geosynchronous transfer orbit, geosynchronous launch vehicle, GSLV Mark 3. This is a heavy lift rocket that will carry the propulsion, descender, and ascender. These three modules, these three payloads will be carried out by this LMV Mark 3. Okay, and next जो polar satellite launch vehicle will transport the transfer and re-entry module. These are two module will be carry out this PSLV. They are designed lunar orbits. These launches will occur on separate dates, with earliest launch projected not to happen before 2028. ISRO launched this mission to moon. That Chandrayaan 4 mission will be launched in 2027, but the mission will not be completed until 2028. Okay, so this means ISRO will launch in 2024 and will coming back to earth in 2028. Until 2028 cannot be happen in recently. Okay, advanced technology and space docking experiment. It is the advanced technology and space docking experiment, that means SpaceX. What will be the work of SpaceX? The success of the mission relies on the effective docking of the ascender module with the transfer module in lunar orbit. So two stages will be worked, that means ascender and descender. This ascender module will transfer soil sample in the transfer module during the lunar orbit, and this process depends on the completing the space docking experiment SPADX. Okay, and after that the polar satellite launch vehicle will take this sample through the transfer to the through ascender to the transfer. Okay, and SPADX developed by ISRO involves two spacecraft and aims to improve technologies for orbital rendezvous docking and formation flying. They are crucial for the Chandrayaan 4 mission. That means GSLV or LMU-3 will reach in the moon surface. Okay, reach outer orbit of the earth, but when sample taken out by the ascender and it will transfer in the transfer module in the lunar orbit. Okay, this is the lunar orbit, and after that PSLV will take this soil sample and moving towards the earth and reach out to the earth. Okay, ISRO plans to enhance India's lunar exploration capabilities and bring back samples from the moon by using advanced technologies and new strategies. This achievement will be significant milestone in India's space exploration journey. So ISRO will work towards the more exploration of the moon mission. Okay, and you can see here the Chandrayaan 4 mission, lunar sample return mission, and also these are the modules. There are 5 modules, that means ascender module, descender, propulsion module, re-entry and transfer module. So you should remember these. Okay, next is CAG, Controller and Auditor General. Why was it news? Because reports from the Controller and Auditor General undergo scrutiny by Parliament, and the government has the opportunity to present its viewpoints on these reports stated by the Supreme Court recently. Context about Controller and Auditor General, the Polity Section and GS Paper 2, the constitutional bodies. CAG is an independent authority established under Article 148 of the Constitution. Controller and Auditor General serves as an apex body responsible for auditing and inspecting all expenditures and receipts of both the central as well as state governments, including organizations which are funded by the government. For example, ONGC and Air India. Okay, what are the constitutional provisions to discuss, or what are the constitutional provisions related to Controller and Auditor General? Under Article 148 talks about appointment, oath and conditions of service to the Controller and Auditor General of India, and Article 149 defines that the duties and powers of the CAG. So you should remember this. Article 148 talk about appointment, oath and conditions of service of CAG, and Article 149 defines the powers and duties of CAG. Article 150 mandates that form in which the accounts of the union and state government should be maintained by which CAG, and it will be presented to the President on the advice of the CAG. Article 151 states that the CAG's report regarding the accounts of the union must be subscribed to the President, who will then present them to the each House of Parliament. In case of central government, the President will present these reports of CAG to the each House of Parliament, and in case of state, the Governor will present these reports to the state legislature. Article 279 states that CAG certifies the calculation of net proceeds, and this certification will be final, okay, and binding as well. What are the functions of CAG? CAG conducts audits on all expenditures from the Consolidated Fund of India and the consolidated funds of each state and union territories with a legislative assembly. One second. Yes, and CAG also audits expenditures from the Contingency Fund of India and Public Accounts of India along with respective funds of each state. And CAG reviews all trading, manufacturing, profit and loss accounts and balance sheet maintained by any central or state government department. And CAG also audits the receipts and expenditure of all bodies and authorities that receive substantial financing from central or state revenues, including government companies and other corporations like ONGC, Air India. Okay. Additionally, CAG can audit any other authority if requested by the governor. That means municipality as well. Okay. CAG advises the president regarding the format in which the accounts of the center and state should be maintained. Okay. So these are some functions related to CAG. And appointments and terms of service. According to Article 148, CAG is appointed by the President and can only be removed in the same manner and same conditions or same grounds as a Supreme Court judge. CAG serves as a term of 6 years or until the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier, and post-retirement or resignation. The CAG cannot be appointed for any job or office under the central or state government. Reports by the CAG. What are the various reports which are doing by the CAG? The CAG submits audit reports to the President, who then present to both the houses of Parliament. And 3 main audit reports are submitted. That means on appropriation accounts, finance accounts, and public undertakings. Public undertakings or these appropriation accounts, finance accounts, and public undertakings which are conducting by the Public Account Committee of Lok Sabha. Okay, or Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament. For state accounts, the CAG reports to the governor, who presents them to the state legislature. Public Accounts Committee in both Parliament and state legislatures review these audits. The CAG oversees the Indian Audit and Accounts Service to ensure that government spending aligns with parliamentary approvals and maintains financial accountability. Okay, and the CAG operates as an agent of Parliament, conducting audits of expenditures on its behalf, thereby being accountable solely to the Parliament. Okay, what are the limitations related to CAG? CAG's role in auditing public corporations is somewhat restricted, as some corporations are audited directly by CAG like ONGC and Air India, but other corporations cannot be audited by CAG which are not funded by the state. Okay, many corporations are audited by private professional auditors, with the central government consulting the CAG for any necessary supplementary audits, and other government companies can also be audited by the private professional auditors appointed by the central government with the advice of the CAG. Okay, next news is Bhism Cubes. Why is in news? Bhism Cubes. During his recent visit to the Ukraine, the Prime Minister of India presented 4 Bhism Cubes to the President of Ukraine. What is Bhism? Bhism, that means Bharat Health Initiative for Sahyog, Mitra and Maitri. It is a program that provides compact mobile medical units, is specifically designed for emergency care. Okay, these units are intended to deliver medical services promptly and effectively. So you can see here, this is the Bhim cube, one Bhim cube. Okay, and what are the features of Bhism, not Bhim, Bhism cubes? Okay, compact and organized. Compact and organized means every Bhism cube are compact and eligible for the emergency situation, where can organize themselves through the technical manner and transport flexibility. Each and every Bhism cube can be transported through various human induced capabilities. And mother and Bhism cubes, 36 mini Bhism cubes will be merged into one, will be created one mother cube, and two mother cube will be created one Bhism cube. So these are the features of mother and Bhism cubes. Functionality of mother cubes. Mother cube can function only, not only, but mother cubes function in various parts of areas. That means can create a level playing field for emergency situations. Okay, and this will create an emergency. This will create for an emergency situation where mother cube can conduct its own features that will help in emergency situation for the patients as well as soldiers, where soldiers are fighting in combat areas. Ease of use and management. Very easily these can be controlled by any individuals, or uses of these Bhism cubes can be easily done. Okay, capacity and features. These can control and these can help 400 members, 400 individuals for the emergency situations. Technological integration. These cubes is integrated with the artificial intelligence and data analytics to create level playing field for emergency situations. Okay, so these are the some features of Bhism cubes. Next news is Marsyangdi River. Marsyangdi River. Why news? Because it serves as one of because 14 individuals are killed. 14 individuals are dead while bus was while bus was while a bus was down to the river, fell down to the river. Okay, Marsyangdi River. It serves as one of the significant tributaries of Gandaki River, and it's originated in Nepal. Okay, central Nepal. The river originates from the northern slopes of Annapurna, and this Gandaki River is the tributary of left bank tributary of river Ganga. Marsyangdi River originates from the northern slopes of Annapurna. Annapurna is the mountain range located in Nepal. 2024 questions were asked related to the river and its tributaries. With reference to the Himalayan rivers joining the Ganga downstream of Prayagraj from west to east, which one of the following sequence is correct? So, with reference to the Himalayan rivers joining the Ganga downstream of the Prayagraj from the west to east, you can see here options: Ghagra, Gomti, Gandak, Kosi. Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi. Ghagra, Gomti, Kosi, Gandak. Gomti, Ghagra, Kosi, Gandak. Okay, so you can tell the answer in the comment section below. Okay, next news is Amrabad Tiger Reserve. This Amrabad Tiger Reserve was in news because of state government has recently granted approval for the relocation of 4 villages situated in the core area of Amrabad Tiger Reserve to a location outside the reserve. Okay, and you can see here in India there are 55 tiger reserves in currently. Okay, and Amrabad Tiger Reserve is located in Telangana, South Telangana. Okay, and it is also the part. It was also part of Nagarjun Sagar Sri Salam Tiger Reserve, which after that Telangana state was created, and it was named Amrabad Tiger Reserve as a part of the Sri Salam Nagarjun Sri Salam Tiger Reserve. Okay. Next news is Hayflick limit. Recently, death of Leonard Hayflick, a prominent biomedical researcher, has brought renewed attention to his groundbreaking discovery known as the Hayflick limit. Why this Hayflick limit is important for us? Because this discovery fundamentally altered the understanding of aging, challenging the previous belief that aging was solely influenced by external factors such as disease, environmental conditions. Hayflick limit works as you can see picture here. These are the telomeres. Okay, these are telomeres of chromosome, and when telomeres get reduced within time, okay, within time, so one time it will be reduced into 0. Okay, then aging will be start in the human life or any living things. Okay, Hayflick's limit is what? Leonard Hayflick in 1960 discovered that somatic, which is non-reproductive cells, and these somatic cells can only divide approximately 40 to 60 times only before they stop dividing, and when stop dividing, aging will be starting. A phenomenon known as a cellular senescence. Cellular senescence means those that have stopped dividing. Okay, and when stop dividing these cells, then aging of any living beings, like for example human life expectancy will be reduced. Okay, will be reduced means life expectancy means that when cell division is stopped, aging will be started. Okay, and these cellular or these telomere you can see here in the picture. These are normal cells, and these are telomerase active cells. Telomerase active cells you can see here the chromosomal DNA telomere. Okay, and telomere one day replicate itself, and aging will be started when cells are stop division. Okay, so here we will end this lecture. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.